Hello and welcome along to Greyhound Gold. David Short and Brett Honey with you for another week. Hello, Brett.
G'day, Shorty. Good to be here. And yeah, we just take a bit of a deep breath and collect ourselves after what was a fantastic Perth Cup and Galaxy Carnival. Two worthy winners there on Saturday night. One was somewhat expected and the other was a bit of an upset on the nights. But congratulations to all the winners across the Carnival. We saw some really good racing, and congrats to yourself and the team there at Tab Radio. Really good coverage on the night, mate. We had Troy Iwanek here, which was also good to see. It really was a Perth Cup to remember, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great night, really was. And we'll go back to the feature. One of the features anyway was the Group 1 Sky Racing Perth Cup. And the start, here we see Electrified and also Rumbling Moment begin really well. Getting through the first corner, though, it gets very messy. And this is where we see Elite Machine push under initially and then hook around the trouble. Gets out past Rumbling Moment and then down the back. Opens up a really nice break. Electrified does a huge job to pick itself up and get out after Elite Machine, but you can just see Elite Machine with that big break just keeps on trucking, turning for home, goes on for a really impressive victory. Electrified mighty in defeat. Heading home after that, we saw Mick Flash into third and Lupini Manelli finished back in fourth position. But 5.54, 18.74, 30 and 15. Congratulations to Jamie Marsh and also Dan Williams. Elite Machine taking out this year's Group 1 Sky Racing Perth Cup. And while we're talking the other of the Group 1s, first picked for Chris House taking out the Galaxy. Congratulations to Connections there as well.
Yeah, Elite Machine's a special dog, Shorty, and I know he had that first turn luck. He was able to get down the inside, but the muster he showed when Rumbling Moment was able to cross, and then how Elite Machine gathered himself at the catching pen and then just accelerated right away, that was very impressive. So Elite Machine, yeah, he had that luck, but he thoroughly deserves this. And Jamie Marsh was a very popular winner there on Saturday night. Electrified's another dog that just keeps showing up in these big features, and surely one's got to go his way soon. There were some really good runs behind. Mick Flash was really good there, storming home late, and then yeah, first picked. Wasn't sure where that dog was going to get to from box 7, but she was very, very good. And yeah, Team Holst there, well deserved. They've again been contending in these series for some while. It's been a while since one of them have gone their way, but they got a well-deserved victory there in the Galaxy on Saturday. Two really good winners there.
Indeed, yeah, took all of the luck out of the equation by rolling to the top and leading throughout. Let's get down to business. All the action at Cannington this weekend, both Friday and Saturday night.
Okay?
A little, yeah. I'm going to miss Mandurah for the next 6 months. Make no mistake about that. But we'll do our best to find some winners here at headquarters. Friday, I'm going to kick things off race 8, number 6, Runaway to Mars. Now, this greyhound will relish the drop in class. Of course, coming back from the Perth Cup Series, back to graded company here. Thought it was really good in its Perth Cup heat. Then again, no luck last week. But a greyhound that's on the up, no doubt about this, Runaway to Mars. Just needs to get out and avoid any early issues. If you can do that, I think it'll drop a bit of time and be really hard to beat. Best bet on the program, race 8, number 6, Runaway to Mars. Looking for a bit of value, race 4, number 3, Daff's Yak. Been a bit of a favourite of mine, this chaser. Hasn't had much luck at its last few, but in this grade, it'll just be one of these nights. It'll come out and win at a price. Hoping that it's this Friday night. If it's not, keep following. This dog's got well above average ability levels, and it's pretty rare that it normally misses the frame. So I'll be sticking with Daff's Yak as a roving play, and also something each way. Hopefully it can be right there in the mix on Friday night. Who are you liking?
Yeah, interesting card there Friday night, 13 on the program. My best bet, race 5, number 8, Granite Song. This dog's a competitor, he's a warrior, and he's got his box out there in 8. Now you've got Fire Cloud and Rumbling Moment in this race. They'll both show pace. I think Rumbling Moment can keep the likes of Barrio Beast and keeping tucked away on the inside, which means we're going to have Fire Cloud, who should get a pretty good run there from the middle draw, and then Granite Song, who, if you go back through his form, I know things didn't go quite to plan there for Dyke Harmony in the Perth Cup, did miss the start there, gets all the room to operate here. If he gets into any sort of position up the back, we know he's very strong to the line. He will keep on coming, doesn't need to lead to win his races, Shorty. So I thought he was an excellent bet there. Race 5, number 8, Granite Song. And because of the class of the field, we should get an okay price as well. For a bit of value, I'm going to take you on here. I like race 8, number 2, Crypto Manelli. Runaway to Mars, certainly hard to beat. There's no doubt about that. But I just think Crypto Manelli's working back into a bit of form. I know he was beaten as a short price favourite there at Mandurah, but West on Fizz on her night is certainly capable, and she was able to get on the arm. Thought Crypto Manelli, that run home of 11.07 at Mandurah, suggests that he's getting back somewhat towards his best, and he has broken 30 here at Cannington. I just thought from the inside draw he was going to be able to get that rails run, and he can certainly run a forward race there on Friday night. So 2 bets there. Race 5, number 8, Granite Song, the best. Next best there, race 8, number 2, Crypto Manelli.
Alrighty, on to the Saturday night action at Cannington. I'm going to go to race 6, number 2, first picked as my best bet on what's a really challenging card. There was not really too much there that stood out to me, other than 2 that have sort of listed both at $1.20 in the book. So I don't want to be throwing them out. I'm going to go with the Galaxy winner. I'm going to believe what I saw with my eyes here last week. The dog's had a few weeks to settle in now. It's dropped to 41.8. It's held out the likes of Couch Surfer and a high quality Group 1 field. Back to 600 metres is a distance that I think is really suitable for this dog. I can't see any reason why it won't step, drawn down near the inside, find the rail, and if they can't run you down over 700 in a Group 1, I'm not sure they'll be running you down over 600 metres in a graded race. So that's my logic anyway. I know the dog can step off what we saw there last week. So happy enough to be with it. Race 6, number 2, first picked on a tricky night as my best bet. And looking for value, race 4, number 6, Rip and Tomahawk. Now this dog, quite simply, it just doesn't hang around in graded company for too long. It hasn't had much go its way its last couple of starts, but it's a sort of dog that generally finds the top fairly consistently in this grade of race. I think if it just gets the start right this week, Rip and Tomahawk can get across, and when it leads, normally breaks the 30 seconds or at least around that 30 flat range, and that might be enough to nick this. So 2 plays for me, race 6, number 2, first picked, and race 4, number 6, Rip and Tomahawk at a bit of value.
Yeah, I thought it was a tricky card, and one of the good things, I guess, with Mandurah closing is we're going to see some different races. We're going to see some different dogs up against each other. Cannington Saturday certainly wanting to stick with the dogs who have been and have shown good form at Cannington. So my best bet, race 9, number 8, West on Crackers. I think this dog's just getting better and better with more racing. This is another one that came from that West on Fizz race last week. West on Fizz led. He still went 27.59 in defeat, and he has gone okay at Cannington in the past. He's run 30 and 21. A lot of these dogs have done their best work at Mandurah. He clearly likes wide draws. I think he can get over into a forward spot here, and he can certainly run a good race there, and he's not going to be short by any means. He will be a generous price there, so I was certainly happy to be with him. So race 9, race 9, number 8, West on Crackers. For a bit of value, race 8, number 1, Close Contact for Barry McPherson. This is a race with 2 of those all-over dogs, all over Carly and all over Khan. Now, those 2 dogs have done their best work at Mandurah to date, both on-speed animals, both greyhounds drawn 4 and 6. I just thought there was the opportunity for those 2 to come together, and I know one of them's had a few starts at Cannington and scoring okay, but the one that's going to be a short price favourite in Carly, she hasn't been here yet, so I just thought there was an opportunity for those 2 to come together. I thought the effort last week from Close Contact was really good, and from an inside draw, certainly brings its best from that box. So at an each way price, should get close to double figures. I did see $10 with Tap Touch earlier. Race 8, number 1, Close Contact to go. Race 9, number 8, West on Crackers.
Excellent. The thoughts of Brett Honey for this Saturday night here at Cannington. If you get to make plans for the weekend, do drop in on Friday night or Saturday night out here at Cannington. Great nights of chasing, both of them, and wonderful food and beverage team here to show you a fine night out. That's it for another week. Make sure you tune in again this time next week for our next edition of Greyhound Gold.